What's up, everybody? Arrg the Pirate here, and today we're gonna play a little Susano in the jungle. Now, he is one assassin that I've only played like one game with. I think this is my second game with him. I've never been able to sync up well with Susano, but this was a really cool match. Now, I usually play a couple of matches just so I can get more familiar with the kit, and this is my first match with him in a very long time. And it's a 4v5 match for pretty much the entire match, and I thought it'd be really cool to show this off because you can sometimes pull these type of things off. You know, we make a lot of mistakes and we're at this huge disadvantage, but you know, just power through it and sometimes it works out. All right, let's get into the build. Now, for my first 1500 gold, I'm going to pick up Assassin's Blessing Mace, which is rank 1 of Jotun's Wrath or Jotun's Wrath, and then Mana Potion as well as a Health Potion. Someone actually told me it's a Jotun's Wrath the other day, so I'll probably start calling it that now, but then I'm going to pick up Warrior Tabby, Jotun's Wrath, Hydra's Lament, Heartseeker, Titan's Bane, and Crusher, and then I've got Horrific and Blink for my relics. Next up, we have to go over his kit, and first up we have his passive, Gathering Storm. Each time Susano successfully deals damage to at least one enemy god with an ability, he gains a stack. At 4 stacks, his next ability within 5 seconds that hits an enemy god deals bonus damage, and is 25 bonus damage plus 60% of your physical power. So this can end up being a ton of bonus damage. Storm Kata is his 1. Susano moves thrice in quick succession. After each attack, he has 3 seconds to fire the next attack. The first attack deals 100% damage to all enemies in front of him in a cone. The second attack is in a huge circle around him. That's 100% damage as well. And the third attack is 50% damage and is a dash forward. His 2 is Wind Siphon. Susano commands the winds to blow, dealing damage in a cone in front of him. Enemies in the center of this attack are pulled towards him. This is an insane displacement and can really flip a fight or just straight up start a fight. Pull people out. It's crazy. His 3 is Jet Stream. Susano throws forward a gust of wind, which creates a whirlwind, dealing damage every 0.75 seconds for 3 seconds. He may activate this ability again to teleport to the whirlwind. If the initial gust hits an enemy, the whirlwind surrounds and travels with them, and teleporting to that enemy reduces the cooldown by 8 seconds. So you can really use his 3 as an escape or just to catch up to somebody and dish out insane amounts of damage. His kit all his abilities sync up so well with one another, and that leads us to the grand finale of all abilities, Typhoon. Susano summons a hurricane at his location that pulls enemies towards the center while growing up to twice its size, increasing the damage as it grows. Upon reaching its full size, the storm is launched in the direction he is facing, knocking up enemies in its path. Susano may reactivate this ability early to fire the storm at its current size for reduced damage. If fired at less than half of its maximum size, he also forgives the knockup. Now, Susano's ultimate is absolutely huge. I have no idea why it's as big as it's basically the size of a lane. You can use that ultimate. It does have a slow windup, but you use your ultimate, pull someone in with your Siphon, hit them with your Jet Stream, and then follow up with one, and if they're not dead, you need to just run away. But really, he's kind of that one-hit combo god. You know, he does have a solid kit that can dish out damage, but if you have your full kit off of cooldown, you're going to get that kill. Now, before we really get into the gameplay, I haven't played Susano in a while, and this is my first match with him in a pretty good while. And the reason I'm going to show this match off is because it turns out to be a very solid match, even though we are at that huge disadvantage, and I am still learning his kit. I would have liked to perform with his kit a lot better, but I wanted to show off kind of the 4v5 situation and everything like that, and we really turned this around. And one of the big reasons is because, you know, the people are rotating so much, and we're able to get very, very far. And if you see here in mid lane, we're able to get this double kill. Look at this. The damage is crazy, but the big thing is I'm way more fed than they are. You know, I've already got my Warrior Tabby online. You know, they're Wizard Lizard as well as their Kern Bog. You know, they're very underfed because they're going in a 2v1 situation, and, you know, especially here in mid lane, we're just going to take huge advantage of that, and I'm able to wrap up that red buff as well. You know, this is just freeing us up. I'm going to make a rotation to our duo lane, which is kind of our solo lane. You see here, I'm able to use that ultimate to actually engage on that ADC, and we're able to take her out. You know, we pull her into the ultimate, and yeah, she doesn't stand a chance. You know, she was very low already, but we're able to wrap that kill up easy peasy. And, you know, hey, we're starting off very, very strong. Now from here, I'm going to make my way back to mid lane, and me and Freya are going to collapse on these two, and you can see I kind of wait till she uses, or until that ability wears out. We're able to take out Kernbog, whatever his name is, and then the Wizard Lizard's there. I'm going to wait till his tornado disappears, teleport to him, and take him out. You know, Susano has just such great mobility, but all of his abilities do have a pretty decent cooldown time, except for his 3, that jet stream. If you actually hit that enemy god, it's on a pretty short cooldown, but again, all of his abilities are pretty long cooldown, and his basic attacks aren't just crazy. So you definitely want to wait until you're off of cooldown, and then you can actually engage on those enemies. Now, we've had a very, very fast match so far. You know, I've made a ton of rotations. We've got some great kills so far, and I'm going to go behind this tower. You know, if I went into it, I'd probably go down. You know, especially with Bellona having a stun and Kernbog having his root. You know, let's just wait for this lane to push to us. Wait till Kakolin gets back in lane, and, you know, we'll just kind of help this out a little bit. I see he gets here. I'm going to let him farm that up. I'm doing a great job of farming. Even though I have neglected my jungle a little bit, you know, with 6 kills so far, you know, I'm feeling pretty confident in, you know, having enough gold. So again, we want to allow him to farm. We don't want to take his farm away from him. Now from here, we're going to make another rotation over to our duo lane, and you can see, Susano, once he gets his ultimate, man. But we're going to go ahead, start that ultimate up, pull those enemies into it. We're able to take out Arrg, and Sylvanas, they don't stand a chance, man. And, you know, hey, that's absolutely great. But me and Bacchus, oh, you know, we're completely out of mana. I was going to think about pushing into tower, but let's just go ahead and back off. You know, if he wants to stay in, that's fine, but with me being out of mana, I've got no escape or anything like that. I'd rather go back, get some items online, and then get back to lane. Now, since I still have my yellow buff, that means it's definitely not up. So let's go ahead and secure the other side of the jungle. We're able to drop our red and, you know, take out this side camp. And we're just kind of looking around. Let's see if we can make something happen here. I head over to Kakolin. You know, he's taking out blue, so let's help him out with that lane so it doesn't push into tower. And then I'm going to head back to mid lane. And you can see Freya is able to get that kill. And then I'm going to show up, follow it up on this Kernbog. And, you know, we get some decent damage on him. I'm just going to go ahead and throw my ultimate at him. You can see it almost took him out. Oh, and then Bellona shows up. Okay, Kernbog is still here. You know, if we need to, we can focus on him. We gotta get away from Bellona, though. Bellona can definitely tear me up, and I was waiting to teleport to her until after she got done with her hammer, and I completely messed that up. Oh, we took that hammer damage, and that destroyed us. They end up getting a double kill. Yeah, and you know, I should have either just left that situation or actually done what I was supposed to and waited, but is what it is. You know, we went down, we got our first death, or second death, I guess. It's not that big of a deal. Now coming up, I show my absolute inexperience with Susano, but we could have made this happen if we would have just been a little bit more patient. Now, I'm going to dip out of here, and if you see, I want to go in and I want to secure blue. I didn't mean to do my third dash. I wanted to dash out of that and, you know, just do my 2 abilities, get my full damage abilities, and then dash away from it. That would have secured blue and got me out safely. But we didn't do that. I dashed right into that. You know, it feels bad, man. 2 deaths in a row for just very silly reasons. It's hurting me. But again, if you had a better grasp of Susano's kit, you know, you could definitely get away with doing something like that. You know, that was just unfortunate for me. that's one thing. You definitely don't want to just spam all your abilities or your 3 abilities all at once. It would be best if you're close to that enemy to use it once, basic attack, use it again, basic attack, use it again, and, you know, either run away or stay engaged. But, you know, again, I just inexperienced with Susano, and I definitely showed that off there. But again, we're just gonna keep it up. You know, we are at that disadvantage, and again, guys, I'm planning on playing this game through just to get more familiar with this kit, so I can come out with, you know, a better quality guide. But you know, hey, this match doesn't turn out all that bad. From here, we take out Red, and we're going to head over to our dual lane. You can see the Wizard Lizards here, and we do that exact same thing, guys. We pull him into our ultimate, and we're able to take him out, but you can see I'm completely out of mana at that point. You know, I burned through all my mana, so I need to be aware of that. Just go ahead and back off, because without mana, Susano doesn't offer just a whole ton. I'm going to go ahead and engage on Arrg here, and you see, we're getting tons of damage, and we're actually able to dash through her, take her out. Sylvanas is here. We got to be careful, and, you know, we go ahead, throw our ult up, able to take both of them out. You know, Bacchus, he's able to back us up there, or, you know, I guess he was, I was backing him up in a way, but, you know, great. That was an awesome play. I'm going to get under a tower just in case this Kernbog shows up. You know, you can see me, I'm backing up, and, you know, hey, let's try to get out of this situation. Sure enough, you know, he goes to someone else. That's great. We're going to continue working on our build, and, you know, just continue seeing where do we need to go next. Now from here, we need to head to mid lane. Cuchulainn is there, you know, he went ahead and backed, and, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and clean up these waves and then get back to mid lane to defend against this push. Freya's showing up, so we might be able to make something happen, and sure enough, she gets that stun on the Wizard Lizard, and he's gone. We even use our horrific there. So we're able to take him out. You know, awesome play, and we've got to get to our solo lane. You know, Cuchulainn has kind of abandoned that for now, and so we got to get over there and make sure that we take it out. You know, we need to defend this lane, especially this T2. You know, we don't want to start losing T2s this early in the match, and I'm doing my best. And so we do end up going in on the second wave, and then Bellona shows up, and, you know, that stun, we're just not able to get out. And she smacks me with her long-range, whatever it is. Damage Bellona hurts. But again, you know, we're kind of abandoning lanes. You know, there was Freya and our Cuchulainn. They're in mid lane. You know, we really should have been split up. We should have really pushed them differently. Susano definitely struggles with the laning potential. You know, he does have an escape, but one of his escapes is tied to his damage abilities, as well as his second escape. You know, it works, but it's not just insane long range. And, you know, we did run in a straight line a little bit, but it's what it is. Now, we go ahead and head to the Wizard Lizard, and you can see I used that teleport. You know, we go to him. We're able to delete him. You know, we're pretty much making work of everybody except Bellona. Bellona's definitely hurting, so we just got to stay away from that stun, and we'll be okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to get this mid lane pushing, you know, with 2 of them down, but my entire team down now. You know, it's not time to push at all, guys. It's time to play safe. Let's play defensively. Let's get into a lane where we know someone is. That way, you know, we can protect our towers while everybody spawns back in, and, you know, just kind of let the lanes push on their own. They'll be fine. You know, we don't need to worry about that. I really thought that tower was still there. That's the reason I went that way. But, you know, again, we just got to be careful. I'm going to go ahead and throw that tornado up, and see there, we hit the wrong person. We end up going down. You know, I should have left when that ultimate missed my target. You know, I thought I was facing the right way, but I clearly wasn't. You know, that is unfortunate. It'd have been nice to take all that out. But again, we just ran out there and died. You know, that, don't do what I do. Now, our middle Phoenix is about to be hit, and I didn't realize it was, and you see me, I'm running towards the team fight, or I'm running towards, you know, to save Bacchus, but, you know, hey, we gotta defend our middle tower, and here's a Wizard Lizard. Let's take him out. You can see we're doing tons of damage, and we're actually able to dash on the other side of his ultimate. So we completely miss his ultimate. You know, that's great. We successfully defended that Phoenix, and you know at this point in the match, that's what we need to do. Don't worry about that T2. You know, it's gonna fall. No big deal. Let's clean up these Phoenixes because they are much more important than the T2. Now, once I get this lane kind of halfway set, we're gonna go ahead and rotate over to mid, and you can see Freya's there. You know, we might be able to make something happen. You know, that Kernbog, he's kind of sticking around. Let's go ahead and just take him out. I'm gonna go ahead and try to try to pull him. We're not able to get him, but man, I'm taking a ton of damage. And you know, we need to get out of this. And I'm going, oh, I almost got him down. Let's take him out. And you can see that right there. Without Susano having abilities, you know, he just doesn't offer a whole lot. You need those abilities to really do damage. And once you kind of run out of them, just get out, guys. It's not worth it, and you can definitely see that right there. I died for, again, we're you know, this is a 4v5 situation, you know. So I'm trying to make these plays happen, but I just need to calm down, you know, get some perspective, and, you know, start making better plays. Now, in good old pirate fashion, let's go out there and die again. So, we're kind of stacking up for a team fight. You can see Freya's out in the front, Bacchus is slowly following up, Kukulin's running, and then I'm here. Let's get up there. Let's try to make something happen, and, you know, we might be able to really, you know, this could be a great turning point. We're all stacking up. This is great. I'm heading in, and Bologna shows up, and again, guys, Bologna is just my bane, and I get stunned 15 times right here. You know, I get stunned by Arrg, got stunned by the tree man, and then he stuns me a second time. 3 stuns, there's no way I'm surviving that. And then Bologna's Thorns takes me out of all things. So we end up 3 of us going down there for 1 ADC kill. And you know, that's terrible. That's just bad. But again, we're at that disadvantage, and that definitely is hurting us. Now, hopefully we'll be able to make something happen, and, you know, we spawned in time to hopefully save this tower in, and sure enough, you know, Bologna's here, we're kind of just get her to disengage, and then we're gonna sit back and wait for something to happen. You know, hopefully we can make something happen here. That would absolutely be great, but we've got to wait for them to back off. You know, just turtle shell. There's no problem with that, and sure enough, that's what we do. Now, both of their front lines take off here, and that's great. We'll be able to go in on the Wizard Lizard as well as Kernbog, whatever his name is. Sure enough, we throw that ultimate out. Now, this is at the point that I've got no idea what Kernbog's abilities do. I had no idea he could go invisible going into walls, but is what it is. Now, Bologna shows up, and me and Bacchus are kind of going after this, and then you see there, we get stuck on each other. Feels bad, man. You know, you're trying to get those kills so you can keep moving forward, and you end up just dying. You know, when you get into these 4v5 situations, it makes you do very irrational things, but, you know, we just got unlucky, and really, we were body blocking each other. Feels bad. Now, from here, we're going to kind of play cleanup. Go get the lane set, get them pushing in the right direction, and, you know, just do the best that we can. Now, the enemy team ended up picking up Fire Giant right there, which, you know, that is unfortunate, but now is the time to defend. We take out the Wizard Lizard. That's one of them, one Fire Giant down, especially on a damage dealer. That's huge, and, you know, we're just going to kind of keep an eye on things. We're able to do quite a bit of work to Kernbog and end up taking him out. So that's 2 of their damage dealers, and then we're going to go in behind the enemy team and engage on them, pull them into our ultimate. We're able to take out Arrg, and then Bologna doesn't stand a chance. Sure enough, we take her out. You know, that's 4 of them down. That's 4 of them down with Fire Giant on. You know, that's huge. I am very low, so let's just be cautious. And with my team running in, you know, we're able to take out the Wizard Lizard again. Sylvanas is behind us, so we need to be careful with this. I'm going to go ahead and just dash out of that, but I don't want to leave completely. He gets me. He gets me with that poison dart, whatever it is. You know, and without me having any sort of relics that can help with that, or, you know, and full damage. Oh, it feels bad. You know, we're making some decent plays, but with us dying every time we get a kill, or every time we get a couple of kills, you know, that's really defeating the purpose, especially since I'm a big damage dealer on our team. You know, it feels bad, man. Now, once I spawn back in, I'm going to head over to our solo lane, or duo lane. Duo lane, it was a solo lane, I guess, but I'm going to head over there, clean that up, and then I'm going to engage on this team fight. Now, you can see we're kind of retreating, but I'm going to go ahead, get this ultimate off, and sure enough, we're able to get tons of damage out. We end up taking out Kernbog, you know, and that's great. We got one of them down, and they have a DC now, so it's now an even match. It's 4v4. We might be able to make something happen, but we need to retreat from this. You know, that there's no way we're going to survive this. My team, you know, our Kokolin or our Bacchus, they might be able to do something, but I would definitely die as soon as I showed up. So let's just go ahead and get out. Now, at this stage in the game, catching an enemy by themselves is an assassin's dream. And that's exactly what I want to look for. I want to try to catch people by themselves, or, you know, go into a team fight after it's already half over, and we end up catching out the Sylvanas, and me and Bacchus are able to take them out. You know, easy peasy, and that's huge. That's their front line. That's their healer. You know, we're taking him out is absolutely huge, and this is going to allow us to finally take down a T2. But I'm going to go ahead and head back and deal with Bellona. Now, Bellona can probably handle me, especially with her stun, so I need to be very, very careful, and I'm just kind of waiting, seeing what's going to happen. You see, I let those minions kind of come into tower, and we're going to pull Bellona in. You know, Freya shows up behind her, and this is it. It's time to make it happen now. But let's just throw that ult out. Let's not worry about those thorns. They've faded now, so no problem at all. And we're going to be able to displace her out of that hammer slam. And I don't know if we saved Freya's life, but we definitely saved our own and took out Bellona, which is absolutely huge. You can see we're keeping them on staggered deaths. Now that the match is finally even, we're keeping them on staggered deaths, and this is huge. This is going to really help us, you know, advance, really help us get these lanes situated, everything like that. We're going to pull in that Kernbog and we're dashing through him. Freya's able to take him out. Awesome. You know, you see we're getting very low every time we do that. You know, especially since we're going in the middle of minion waves. But that's quite alright, as long as we're able to survive that and take those enemies down. Now, from here, we're going to march down mid. You know, we went and got healthy. We're going to march down mid. Kokolin's going back at full health again for whatever reason. Bacchus, you see, he did a great job of split pushing. He was pushed up real far, and now he's going to come over to mid, and we're able to take down that mid tower. That's great. You can see they just went for the fire giant, so I'm gonna try to head over there. They caught me off guard with that. I was not expecting that, which, you know, hey, is what it is. We're gonna be able to take out the Kernbog or whatever. I finally figured out he can slam against a wall and go invisible. So I was waiting for it, baby. But we're able to take him out. You know, that's a damage dealer without fire, which, you know, again, that's huge. We're gonna go ahead, pull those to us. You know, you saw that stun that we were able to keep on all of them, and then we're able to stun Sylvanas again. We take him out. You know, that's great. We're gonna hopefully head over to Bellona, and, you know, she ends up actually taking out Colin. And again, we're gonna keep displacing her. I beat myself to death on thorns. Man, I really wish I could see thorns. I don't know why. That color is just when there's so much going on, I cannot see that color. But, you know, is what it is. Well, I really don't know how we ended up pulling this match off, but that's exactly what we do, guys, and it's so satisfying being in this huge disadvantage the entire time. You know, we're 20-10-10 right now, you know, which we end up getting, you know, a little bit more, but, you know, this was just a really fun match, and again, I went into this match going, okay, we're probably going to lose, and that's kind of the attitude you have to have in these type of situations. Go into it like you're going to lose, and just use it as a learning experience. Use it like, okay, I'm going to learn this kit better, because DCs happen so much. If you only play games that don't have DCs, you only play, what, 1 out of 3? So, guys, just, again, use them as a learning experience, and it can really help you out. But again, you know, we're going in on Sylvana's there, and then Art's here. You know, we're able to take her out. You know, I used my ult just to make sure we secure that kill, and hey, let's get in there. Now, I'm just going to go in onto the Titan. Let's make it happen. We've got a team wipe. We should be able to wrap this up. I end up going down, but, you know, we end up taking our time. Well, that's going to wrap it up, guys. I really hope y'all enjoyed this kind of look at, you know, this is a common thing, and you can definitely use these bad experiences to improve your skills. Well, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, show me some love, leave me a comment, think about subscribing, and as always, I'll see y'all in the next video.